And next up in our musical showcase is the lovely Miss Rarity.
Good evening, darling. Tonight, I shall do you the honor of playing a song that I wrote myself.
Not to worry. She couldn't possibly be better than us. Well, we're fucked. And not even in a fun way.
Everybody, welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 525. I am your host here to bring you this horrible atrocity you see before you. I am Circuit Main. I am not responsible, but I will deal with it. And of course, I am not here by myself. I have a wonderful group of panelists to bring you the Brony community this week. Of course, I am joined by our mechanic expertise and audio aficionado, Deathlight Productions.
I should look up what that word means at some point.
I assume it means... Which word?
Yes.
Okay, then. We are also...
I can't remember, he can't read.
We are also joined by DM21.
Damn it, China, stop stealing our property, intellectual properties.
Okay.
We are also joined by the Random Loot Drop Tech Stallion.
Random loot drop? What?
We are also joined by Toakoi.
I'm an annoyance that seems to always come back.
And of course, we are joined by Mr. Fulikuli himself, Suki of the Otaku Ascended, who is still muted if he doesn't notice.
So, do I have to get a Vespa and hand him a rockin' and back guitar just so he can hit me so I can come out of someone's head?
No. Unfortunately, it looks like Suki might be away for the moment, but he'll join us in just a second here. And we're here to bring you the Brony community for yet another week. Of course, this has been kind of an interesting week altogether. To say that a lot of energy and motivation has been sucked out of me would be an understatement. But we are still going to do the best we can to give you a fun and one-of-a-kind experience. So we're going to do that by doing the exact same thing we've done several times over, but we're just going to do it again. So
Also, Suki is now playing Destiny.
It is Suki's destiny to be playing while we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? You can't control what I do? Fuck you.
Nor would I give it, nor would I try. But yes, we are going to be going into Twilight Sparkle's Secret Shipfic folder online once again to test it all out, since it's had a few updates and even had a bit of a showing off at HarmonyCon, as we heard mentioning from a couple of our people that were over there this year. So,
also, I will say thank you to Ponies Online for being the game testers for some of this stuff.
And, of course, along with the that, we are also going to be we're continuing our catch up of Tell Your Tale episodes with the episode that is not Mardi Gras related, but kind of is. So I will leave that to your discretion. A PonyCon Parade Ammonium, or Before the Dark Times.
Pony Mardi Gras.
Do I have to bring out the image?
No.
I will bring out the image that we all collectively grown at, but
No. I will do angry things if you do. Instead, let's go ahead and warm up our vocal cords, of course, while I enjoy some vodka and strawberry, as we talk a little bit about our daily lives and give ourselves a little bit of catch up here. And of course, we do it with some wub. So I must ask all of you once again, as we do every week, what's up, bronies?
Alright, so yesterday, Ponies Online had a movie night. First thing they were showing, Rainbow Road Trip, and then going into G5. Now, at this point, we showed the first 6 episodes of Tell Your Tale. Oh, and about that time, about half the room left. There was 10 people, not counting the 3 people running the thing.
I thought that was Saturday, not Sunday.
It's alright, we're doing another thing on another Sunday. We'll tell you later. And yeah, basically we ended with the Christmas special, and that was the first time the other 2 staff members had ever seen it, and I was just like, oh yeah, watched for the foreshadowing. It's really neat, and I love how they did it. And they went, that was awesome. The animation was good. And I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, give it. He said no.
And I'm like, make me. And he's like, okay.
I got your buddy. I like how I think we both realized I started it backwards.
Yeah.
But I will gladly say that within that staff, we are very much G5 oriented, and we understand why people wouldn't like it, because then afterwards we went into the multiple times G4 was ruined. Twilight has rings. Oh no! Equestria Girls. Oh no! A school. Oh no!
Nobody wants to be reminded of their education.
No.
Exactly.
We don't need no education.
Hey, teacher, leave those minority students alone.
Wait, what? No, let's move on.
DM, I will give you props.
You know what? I don't know. Wait, Circuit, would it be worse if he didn't add the itty on the end of that word?
I don't know. I don't know what would be worse. I really don't.
DM, come on, man.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, the original song is "Leave Those Kids Alone," so it'd be the same thing as what I was thinking. So
Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone.
Yeah.
I just added a little bit more spiciness to it.
Yeah, it sounds like you added a little more spiciness. How you doing, DM?
I've been sick. I've had a violent cough for the past 2 days.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I caught what my family members had on Wednesday. Didn't feel it until Friday. Actually, early Saturday, early Sunday mornings, I upchucked, and the second night was worse because I was having a violent coughing fit, which I thankfully had a puffer to calm down my voice. My throat, but the puffer was almost expired the next day. But thankfully, the family member in question went on and got another puffer that I still had filled out.
Okay, that's good. Sorry about your voice, man. You don't have to talk too much.
I'll only talk when I feel like it, or if I want to bring something up.
No worries. Anyway, let's go ahead and.
This stream happened tomorrow, yesterday instead of tonight, I wouldn't have come on tonight. Period.
Yeah, that's fair, man. All right, so anyone else got?
Let me go ahead and cheer everybody up with another bit of my own depression. No, I'm kidding. Well, actually, a little bit of kind of moments. So, yeah, some of you might, as I mentioned, it's also a little bit of a show update as well. Some of you might have known that I did mention that my current position with my employment was changing. Today was the first day of my new position, which is basically the same as my old position that I had 3 years ago. And the trauma already started to rise up. There's the reason I'm drinking now. However, it also has spurred me on to specializing myself a little bit. So I've actually also been working really hard on getting certificate training for Server Plus, as I feel like servers and things like that are going to be the thing that it's going to be a constant, unending necessity in the world that we're rapidly moving towards one way or another. So I've been working on that. Unfortunately, because of that, pretty much every single day I've been spending an hour and a half or so in training classes outside of work, because there's barely any free time in work at the moment for me to just take the classes as I have downtime. So unfortunately, it's kind of bitten into things that I normally like to do outside of exercise, because that's more of a necessity than what I like to do. So yeah, some of you might have noticed I didn't really have any too many Let's Plays this last week. Big reason for that. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be kind of like that until BabsCon, which I estimate I should be done with the lessons. Then I'm just going to be doing practice tests and everything until I feel confident enough to go and hammer out the actual test. And then from there, we'll see where I go. But yeah, it looks like I'm back at the front lines with everybody. But I have been enjoying NSR, Chaosikai.
Well, has their schedule changed much?
Luckily, the schedule itself has gone back to normal. In fact, today, I got off of work like I did a few weeks ago at the same time. Got onto work at the same time. So there will be an after party this time. I'm still going to be pretty dog tired, so we'll probably not keep it going too long to the point. Well, I mean, we'll keep it to the same time, but we're not going to like extend it like maybe 10, 15 or anything like that. I'm probably going to want to zonk out real quickly. But yeah, we still have our normal after party shenanigans going on again. So yeah, good news on that part. Anyway, yeah. The show itself will still continue to go on as is. Again, I'm still trying to find a better place and position of myself, and hopefully it won't affect the show too much, but I still want to keep people updated, because I don't want I don't want it to suddenly drop like, okay, we're switching to Tuesdays now for some reason. No, even though I really doubt we'll ever do that, but...
Well, also, second, at the very, very least, you're still working from home.
It's a lease, but I'll take it. Anyway, that's enough of my shenanigans while I drink my vodka and strawberry syrup. Anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them? Yay, vodka.
Yeah, vodka.
Go on, DM.
Oh, yeah, for me, I've been just learning how to edit videos and stuff, so it's been fun.
Ooh, I might... Death, if you get a decent idea of it, let me hit you up. I think we might be able to work something out together.
Well, the program I've been using is almost exactly the same as my audio program, so I pretty much know all the basics and stuff already.
Ooh, yeah, I might have to hit you up then. But we'll leave that till outside the show.
I might be illiterate, but that doesn't mean I'm dumb.
Never said you were.
All right. A lot of gaming videos need to be edited.
I didn't say that. I have other things in mind. Anyway, we'll leave that ambiguous statement for another time. Anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on before we go ahead and get into the news? Or do I have to bring out the rainbow dashes again?
Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
We're going to go ahead and mute Toa for being into something horrible. That's right. This show, we can. I'm kidding. I'm not going to say that. I am really not going to say that. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on. All right. First off, of course, we have the news of... We have con news. We actually do have quite a bit of con news. So let's start off, of course, with the upcoming conventions. which of course we have BabsCon coming up in 2.5 weeks. Oh my god.
I'm not going to be able to make that one.
So it just caught me off guard how quickly it's coming.
By the way, I did send you that, convention you had no idea about that happened over the weekend, right?
Yes! Actually, you did. I apologize. You absolutely did. But it happened over the weekend, too, so there's not much I can say about it now.
I know, but it was one of those things. That's also why we had on Ponies Online moved the movie night from Saturday to Sunday, because one of our people was doing a panel there.
Mm.
So, might find out more about it later.
Yeah, okay, yeah, just to give everybody a heads up, Festival of Friendship... No, wait, we did mention this on the show multiple times, I think.
Yes, but we didn't mention it last week.
What? I swear we did. I swear there was something there for last week, or was it something else that was... It was something going on in England. It was something going on in England. Yeah. I remember that. Maybe it was this one. I don't know. Anyway, Festival of Friendship happened last weekend over at Tadley, Hampshire. Looks like it was a single-day event, but it looks like it was probably a great and fun event. Ooh, and a big auction, too, apparently.
Yep.
Wow, I actually wish I could have gone. That would have been hilarious. That would have been amazing. But for the what is coming, we do got BabsCon. That is going to be coming up in just 2.5 weeks. Oh my god. I'm still stunned by that.
And then our next U.S. convention is Windy City, which CMC is probably going to attend.
Well, let's get into the weeds on that in a moment here. But yeah, we got BabsCon coming up here in just 2.5 weeks. I will be attending. I don't know. Well, I know I'm attending. I'm going to have some people with me that are going to be attending. I don't know if anybody else on the show is going to be there. Can somebody correct me on that if I'm wrong?
As far as I know, it's a negatory on anyone outside of you.
Okay, so, yep, I will have to give a report on BabsCon itself, which I will be more than happy to once I attend it. Of course, after that, we have Everfree Encore and Griffish Isles, which are happening pretty much at the same time, but one of them is a concert and one of them is a convention, so when one of them looks like Everfree Encore looks to be, well, it says in real life, but it doesn't give me a specific location, so, well, actually, they got a website. Let's just bring it up here. Everfree Encore, which is the music
Ulster, Germany.
Ulster, Germany. Yep, it's 5 to the 7 at the same time as Griffish Isles, which is
Hold on, checking.
No, that's Manchester, England, and
yeah,
they both double checking that because that is kind of weird to be doing that.
Oh, it's also international.
Well, it's international. Well, okay, yeah, maybe I'm being too critical about that. I mean, it is German versus England, so.
Also, the Griffith Isles is the 6th and the 7th. Is Encore just one night?
Nope. 3.
Nope, 3 nights. So, dang.
Yeah.
There's some funny comedic thing going on there, but I'm not going to step into it.
Yeah, instead, we'll just announce that they're both happening at the same time in 6.5 weeks. So if you're near England or near Germany, there's 2 different pony events that you can attend.
We apologize for the people of France.
No, we don't. Instead, they can go to Epona Fest a couple of weeks later. That is in Italy. And, of course, Windy City, as mentioned, which will be 10.5 weeks from now. But, well, we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. Speaking of which, I did want to get a shout-out to Everfree, as currently hotels are available for Everfree. However, if you're trying to book more than just a standard 3-weekend Friday to Sunday, it says that the rooms aren't available. However, apparently there's some sort of weird issue going on in regards to that. And they do have it on their Discord that what you want to do is just try to book the rooms you can, and then email the head of the hotel coordination. They actually have his email in the Discord, and he's setting up batches to the hotel to release to make the times available so that the day can be fully extended. So right now, I have a hotel from Friday to Sunday. I'm expecting that to get extended from Thursday to Monday.
Speaking of Discord, are you streaming on Discord?
I am not. Thank you.
But yeah, whenever I saw that, I'm glad that you brought it up to them specifically so we can follow up on it.
Okay. But yes, that is just a bit of a heads up to everyone there, for especially since I know people are going to be starting to plan for Everfree, and they might get a little worried once they see that the hotel is sort of sold out, which is not quite the case. It's just they made things weirdly complicated this year. So go to the Everfree Discord. It will definitely help you out a lot. They do have rooms available. It just unfortunately requires a couple more hoops than usual. But I also have my room set up, so maybe I'll spare some room for anybody who wants to jump in with me.
I still have that Airbnb, which was very lovely, and I am down for doing it again.
You guys know my rules. We drink and we don't care. Anyway, let's move on.
Wonderful.
Aha! Okay. So, speaking of con updates and con information, let's go ahead and speak, of course, about con guests. As Everfree Northwest has announced that Izzy Moonbow is going to be joining them, which is also pretty interesting because not only have they announced Izzy, they haven't seen the other announcements yet, but they've also announced the current voice of Sprout and also the voice of Sunny are going to be there. They are rapidly shoring up the G5 guests.
It's funnier because the voice actors for Izzy got sick at the convention last year.
They actually did. I think they made a little joke about that too.
Yeah, during the charity auction for the COVID test.
It was really interesting. We had to get her phone and make it so you could stream, and then we had to. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Also, Circuit, I'm convinced that Brony Show is my good luck charm in multiplayer.
You're welcome.
No, seriously, I just went 22-4.
Wow.
Okay, we are somehow a lucky charm. How the hell did this happen?
I'm that good. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. But also, they already announced they got Bill Newton, the Pony of Shadows, Jeremy Whitley, a comic writer, Tony Fleeks, who's a writer and artist, and whose name will forever haunt me because I made an ass of myself several years ago at his booth, and it will never let me go. I was such an idiot.
If you love me, let me go.
Anyway, on people that are actually coming to con sooner than Everfree, the BabsCon has announced that writer Charlotte Fullerton is also headed to BabsCon.
Nice.
So, of course, they wrote a lot of the early episodes, including Made the Best Pet Win, Suited for Success, and Power Ponies. So yeah, they were one of they wrote some of the more
more memorable.
No, I don't think that's the word. Anyway, classic writer. So it's definitely worth if you want to meet one of the amazing writers there's an opportunity. All right, so now that I've thoroughly butchered the English language when trying to talk, let's go ahead and continue on with other news here. Really quick, we have all of the links for this day in Pony history, except oddly enough the 18th. That didn't seem to pop up anywhere. I guess nothing ever happened on March 18th. Go figure.
We don't talk about the 18th.
No, but apparently this week in Pony history was pretty interesting because it introduced Pony debit cards that you could sign up for. I ended up not doing it.
That was a thing.
I actually looked into it way back when, but I found out that the fees are stupid, so I never went with it, which is really kind of a shame. But yeah, no, that's the only reason I.
They want to exploit.
They exploit it. It's really a pain. The other, speaking of exploitation, this was the week that the toy store that we all know and love died.
And then got resurrected by Macy's.
Talking about Walmart?
No. No. Walmart was a toy store we all knew. I didn't say anything about loving it. But no, this is one where they decapitated the giraffe.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Celestia wasn't enough to save Jeffrey.
Celestia was not enough. Nothing could
See,
save
I'm
Jeffrey.
sorry, I'm too young. I don't know.
Oh, you're on your own there, and you're better off for it. Anyway, so if you want to check out Pony History, please be sure to check out the links there. Really a lot of great stuff, a lot of fun videos,
No way,
little
it wasn't
articles.
just Jeffrey, it was his whole family as well.
Okay.
Nobody talks about the Jeffrey
that's
family.
a little too much.
All right, so more here. I never thought we'd actually come back to this. More pre-show concepts of the G5 world have come out.
Nice.
But apparently they, in early concepts of G5, they actually had an early Ponyville planned with hobbit holes and other crazy-looking architecture. Wow, I can actually see the hobbit hole down there. Hey, you got Pony in my shire.
You know someone's going to take this concept doc and just go full
They're taking the ponies to Isengard.
You say?
By the way, I am happy Orlando Bloom saw that video and did it in full costume on The Hobbit. I am happy about that.
Alright. Of course,
I'm excited. That's an actual thing.
The windmill was definitely an interesting touch here. Definitely, it looked like it got abandoned like hell, though. I mean, wow.
Oh, how often was that windmill just in the background?
Well, it also looks like it's a windmill made out of windmills.
It was the source of the town's power until they discovered electricity.
Ooh, that could have been it, actually. That could have...
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that thought. It really is a shame because this looks like it would have been amazing to see, but at the same time, if they did it in CG, it probably wouldn't have looked anywhere like this.
No.
No. This is also why you gotta enjoy the artistic expression wherever you can get it. CG has its place, but damn if this doesn't look amazing.
There is a reason why a lot of people, when they do animation, if they want characters, they can go for 3D, but then they mat over a lot of it with like 2D expressions and backgrounds.
Well,
yeah.
that is always the thing.
Exactly what they did for Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah. The expressions are very much where the human element comes in.
Well, anyway, let's go ahead and talk about another form of expression. So, I'm sure Clyde Chronicles will be happy to hear about this. Legend of Equestria has dropped a major update. Major enough that even Equestria Daily said, hey, this is happening.
Whoa.
Nice.
So it looks like they started their winter warm-up season, but along with that, they've added little changes to mobs, your character health, stomp attacks, music in the game. Actually, music has changed. A lot of stuff, in fact, and including emojis. New emojis altogether. What does this say? Me, we're gonna go ahead and check out Legends of Everfree at some point. Honestly,
No.
it's been on my it's actually been on my to-do list, but I keep forgetting to do it. That's why it's pointless for me to have a to-do list. We have lots of hugging too, yeah. But yeah, I do really want to check out Legends of Everfree and see what they've changed up, but I feel like I gotta plan a whole weekend around it with how much they have, and considering it's a full-on MMO at this point.
Hey, remember whenever it was just the start of it all and we collectively went, oh, that'll be awesome?
Well, it still is awesome.
I know. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just pointing out we really do need to incorporate that into the show a bit more at times.
Right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and move on a little bit here to another game that you can play. Physical game. Of course, the My Little Pony deck building game has the Princess Pageantry expansion, and they've started to show off cards of the pageantry. Starting, of course, with our artifacts of Alicorn Amulet, Boneless, Smarty Pants, and Boulder. That's right, Boulder's an artifact.
I'm surprised they don't have Fernando in there.
Fernando.
They could. Oh, well, it's not in this one. They could still have it. They do have the Apple Family History, Volume 137. I will give them so much credit that they actually went as far as to get the right volume number. That takes effort.
Second, they know a bunch of nerds.
It still doesn't mean that they don't.
Nerds.
Along with that, they've also announced some of the characters. The fun has been doubled. Gotcha. Sunshine, Ladybug's Awake, or Shake Your Butt.
Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, yeah.
Big Brother Best Friends Forever, Love is in Bloom, Two Hearts Becoming One. Unfortunately, I think they had a heart attack after that. And, of course, with the deck building, they also include location cards like the Ponyville Antique Market, the Canterlot Castle, Froggy Bottom Bog, Yakistan, and Ponehenge.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in the news, they're also thinking of having a crossover set between MLP and Transformers.
No, we already mentioned that last week. But one last thing to mention. We also did mention this last week. However, I do want to mention it again because we did interview him, and this was really awesome, and I'm really proud of him. Get Your Tentacles Off My Waifu is currently available to not pre-order, but wishlist on Steam. In fact, let me just quickly double check here in case that has changed at all.
Holy shit. 31 Seriously, I should always play Crucible when I'm in this show.
Okay, I think it's because we give you running background commentary with stuff you're like, oh, that's interesting, bam.
And those motherfuckers didn't commend me for getting 31 kills when I joined the match late. Fuck you.
That's what you should.
Fuck.
Okay, Toa, this is what happens when you talk. You shouldn't do
that. No, it's just there's a whole commendation system now in Destiny, and like there's like I don't get one playmaker for coming in like 30 seconds actually a minute into the match, and I get 31 kills, go top of the chart. Fuck you.
Sugi, you are my number one Destiny player.
No, this ain't gonna work. Cause trust me, if I try going in there tomorrow and do the same thing, it ain't gonna be a good thing.
Anywho, just to get back on track, yeah, you can wishlist it. I do recommend wishlisting it, but yeah, the demo is still not available, and you can't pre-order the game yet. But I'm still happy that they managed to get on Steam. That is still amazing. So yeah, we're shouting it out one more time at least, because we can. So, amazingly enough, we're actually motoring right along through the news. So it's time to go to the thing I was afraid of the most, because this week has really not made it easy for me to draw. We have the challenge of the week.
And due to me being late and distracted, I only have the sunset part of it done. I'm not finishing until I get to the fun room.
But we still have to talk about the challenge of the week. But along with the challenge of the week, we also had
the challenge of the week.
And
the challenge of the week.
The week of challenges.
Along with
the very protesty.
We also had the cool drops that we got when I died.
So somebody was able to make use of those wagon wheels. I'm sorry, train wheels.
Hopefully.
Oh, Cole, Tom Scott just released a video about a bus that becomes a train.
That's why it happened.
Does anyone even still exist? Sorry, go ahead.
Side note, as far as like bus, trains, and stuff goes, the concept has been around for a very long time. I've ridden on a bus that was built in the 1930s, and in the same decade was converted to run the rail line. It still had a steering wheel. However, the steering wheel was not for steering, as it was guided by rails, but rather it was to control the sand.
Ooh.
For traction.
So Kodos,
you can ride it too.
When you need it.
So Kodos, what? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I was gonna say you can ride it too. It's at Clark's Trading Post in New Hampshire. So if you're ever in New Hampshire, they might be running it that day. Maybe. It's a hard maybe.
So Cole, what was your protest this week?
Oops! It's a rerun.
Yes, it was. And also, along with that, we unfortunately had a minor situation where one entry was forgotten. So we did a second spin of the wheel with the forgotten entry, which ironically enough actually became the entry. So Suki's Fun Room was added in as a secret additional challenge. And so somehow, despite all of the busyness I've been, I managed to irk out a few hours. It still hurt me that this is all I can muster in a few hours, but I'll take it.
You have shown much improvement. Do not downgrade how good you are.
It's not the improvement, it's the time it took. Anyway, I couldn't color it, unfortunately, but we have this. Now, of course, this may not quite get the idea across, so I quickly added this.
Someone's opened the door on the dark room where he's watching WCW.
He's watching tapes of WCW 98 while eating a bowl of ice cream with what's supposed to be a really nice image of Sunset Shimmer in the background.
The true tragedy is that TV does not have backlighting. Gotta strain those eyes.
What I actually give you credit for is that you got the correct year in which WCW was actually at its most relevant.
I did a little work on. I actually did do a little work on this.
You actually did research.
Good job.
Including the fact that you'd probably have to be watching this through VHS tapes. Which yeah, had a whole VCR and VHS tape collection right down there. So yeah, Suki getting caught eating. Honestly, I think it was supposed to be cereal or something, but I guess it turned into ice cream while watching tapes of WCW 98 with a Sunset Shimmer poster in the background. Somebody might need a mute there.
Yep.
Huh?
Somebody
what?
might.
Yeah.
Someone's got someone in the background.
We got some loud background going.
Yeah.
Who, me?
I don't know.
Someone.
No, I think that was me. She was getting after the dog, going
Oh,
after the cat.
Okay.
It's all right.
All right. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, I made that. Hooray!
Yay.
I haven't gotten mine in yet, but I did finish last week's.
Yep. So here are the other entries we received. Whether they are related to the entry or not, I guess we'll see. Of course, we got Tokoi, who was doing last week's entry, dealing with apparently the picker wheel and an unfortunate waifu. Yeah, an unfortunate waifu, apparently.
Which, by the way, it is hard to draw the smears of Hisui and Zorak.
Why do you think I didn't try? Well, other than the fact that actually I'm trying to work on my proportions and actual positioning and everything before I start working on the colors. I think I jumped into colors too quickly.
Given the fact that I don't draw Pokemon, I did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That actually is fair. But yep, we also had a few other entries, unrelated but still pretty cool. We got the Deathlight Production BattleTech Army,
which looked very nice. Death.
They're not done yet. I still need a clear coat, and then I can do emblems and stuff.
Still, it's very nice. That's the kind of collection that takes a lot of work. I can appreciate that.
That picture's the before I did the wash and weathering and after. So one vehicle was before that and the other one was after that.
Nice.
All right. And
awesome.
Okay, Commander something. I'm 100% not trying to ignore your entry. I just don't see it. I am literally combing up and down the content creation and it's nowhere in sight and it's driving me crazy because I feel bad because I don't want to miss it, but I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Is it in your DMs?
Did he do it in my DMs? Am I that stupid? Yes. I am absolutely that stupid.
I know the paint looks a little bit messy, but you have to remember, like that little SUV looking thing is about the length of not my pointing finger, but the very tip of it. That joint.
Yeah, here's
They're
the thing,
tiny little
especially with this type of scale model, if it's not like
yeah, 2 pics and gifs, 2 messages up.
Oh, right. It was in Pics and Gifts. No wonder I wasn't seeing it. Yep,
there's the bacon hair.
Here is the awesome bacon hair. Commander something. Commander something drew it some time ago, and was probably close to the inspiration for the challenge of the week. So, thank you, Commander, for the awesome picture.
2016, wow. That was a while back.
Oh, it drew it for CC back in the day.
I miss CC.
Who doesn't love bacon? And CC. Classy yet sassy. Love it. I'm absolutely with that. That is amazing stuff.
Don't you love when you're cooking bacon and it spits back at you? Oh, sassy little things.
Of course, we also have Kazakai, who just did me as a Soul Calibur character.
You know he's going to make us fight again.
Fight.
I don't want to say he won't, because then he will. But if I say he will, he might not. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on.
Also, look at Cole's art.
Of course I'm going to look at Cole's art. How could we not? Look at this stuff.
That's adorable.
And here we have the Wayward Shepherd bringing its train in through... I'm sorry. It looks like a shepherd's crook. It just caught me off guard.
You're not wrong.
You are wrong. It is...
I know I'm wrong.
It was basically the pole that an agent would lift up to the passing train, which had the train orders for the next section.
Yeah. Before they had phones, you had paper.
Before they had radios.
Yeah.
It was you're basically down to some papers with the instructions for what was going to go on, like from there to a certain milepost, and the clock and the general schedule to make sure you weren't going to hit anything.
And people running on horseback, making sure that they can try to keep somewhat up to date on stuff.
Not really, but
yeah, sometimes they did that on the shorter ones.
I suppose maybe on like the old Western ones. I'm thinking more like 1940s, 60s.
Here, I thought this was just an excuse to draw pony butt.
That's part of it.
You never need an excuse to draw a pony butt.
It's actually based off of a photo from, I think it was Philip Hastings, or it was either him or Jim Shaughnessy. Let me see if I can find it.
And
carry on.
No, it's okay. And while he is looking all that up, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next part of the challenge of the week, which I'm sure everybody is always excited for, because it means we get to bring out the wonderful picker wheel with the... Oh, I had all of last week's entries. That's nice. Where are we going to put in next week's entries? And this time I'm not going to miss them all, because putting 3 in one image was definitely really difficult, but I was more than happy to do it. So everybody gets a 1 random entry.
By the way, I did that so you could easily tell what is an entry.
Don't do that. I thought entry is right here was an entry.
Well, you can make it an entry if you feel like it.
No, I cannot. I don't feel like it. Okay, if I fits, I sits. Nerf or nothing. Well, are we just going to slogans now?
We're going to memes and slogans.
Yes, we are. Well, memes are a constant. Of course we have to do the memes.
Well, my suggestion of database didn't win 2 weeks in a row, so I have to find something else to go on. I'm not just gonna bang a dead horse.
Fair enough. Though, Toa, is that actually an entry, or are you just typing randomly?
No, that's an actual entry, simply because we can have a dramatic thing.
That sounds more confusion than entry.
Conveyor crimes.
Conveyor crimes.
Oh no. the entire satisfactory stream could be an entry.
The water makes me feel funny. Oh dear God, this is the internet. You can't put that in there. All right, giving everybody a little bit of time to get their entries in if they haven't had a chance yet. We want to make sure everybody gets their opportunity. Entry. I would say entries going once, twice, but technically I know the latency wouldn't quite get to them in that time. So we're just going to give them a little bit longer here. See, there we go. See, that's why I waited. We gave everybody a chance, and there was our entry. Word crimes. Now I'm double checking this time.
Okay.
Double checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7, and we have 7 inputs. We are 100% ready. And that means we are going to go...
Bing! Flotation device!
Congratulations, Vaguely. Flotation Devices has won. So next week's challenge is Flotation Devices.
We all float down here.
But we also have the Protest Initiative Challenge.
It gets the tough stains out.
Oh no. We are doing this, aren't we?
Gets the tough stains out. And there is our Protest Initiative Challenge. I hope you're all ready. Because flotation devices and getting the stains out, what in the world could combine together to make that? Or you can make 2 separate things altogether with those prompts. We're not picky.